You don't need a better brand. You need a new category. Let me say that again. You don't need to be better. You need to be different. Different wins. Not louder, not flashier, not better than the person next to you. Different. And that difference isn't about clever marketing. It's about identity. It's about how you think, what you believe, what you've lived. That's your category. Now, let me start by saying this message is not for everyone. It is for the person who's been second-guessing their positioning, who's taken every branding course, downloaded every niche worksheet, and still feels stuck. It's the people that aren't taking action because they're worried of putting themselves out there. You're not trying to fit in. Don't do that. You're trying to stand out. But every time you optimize your message, it starts to feel more watered down. Just go. One take. I've seen it hundreds of times in my one-on-ones. People show up with 3 offers, 4 bios, and a website. Kind of sounds like ChatGPT wrote it. You know what I'm talking about, right? What you don't realize, the problem isn't strategy. It's identity. Let me take you back. So I've been in television for a bit. You know some shows that I've worked on, like 60 Days In, Intervention, Booked First Day In, Behind Bars, House Flipping. And you know what shows failed? The shows that failed were the ones that tried to be like the competition. It's the pitch that went, it's kind of like The Voice meets Top Chef, but also inspirational. Those shows, dead on arrival. Dead on arrival. And I can't tell you how many times I heard this meets that. Now you're trying to be smart because you're trying to help me understand what that show is. But when you do that, you're comparing yourself to the best. You're not going to win by being the best. You're going to win by being the only. The hits didn't try to be like anyone else. That's what the $2 bill is. They weren't better. They're different. 60 Days In wasn't the best shot show. I mean, it kind of was cool and awesome, but definitely had people talking, right? Intervention didn't focus group itself into a safer lane because, people did talk. They said, I'm seeing too much, it's too rough, it's all the things. But Intervention leaned into the rawness, the pain, the truth. That's what made those shows unforgettable. All right, so let's bring it to real life. A client said to me, I've been in the coaching space for 10 years, but people don't get what makes me different. I sound like everyone else. Does that sound familiar? She wasn't missing expertise. She was missing category ownership. And here's what we uncovered in her one-on-one. She wasn't just helping burnt out execs. She was helping ex-church leaders rebuild their voice after spiritual burnout. She said, I've never heard anyone talk about that. But that's who keeps hiring. Boom. Category created. Another client said, I hate the word coach. It doesn't fit, but I use it because I don't know what else to call myself. Does that sound familiar? Same issue. She didn't need a new title. She needed to claim her lens. So after our one-on-one, her message became, I help powerhouse women dismantle their obedience wiring so they can lead from instinct, not apology. It's not a brand. That's a category. Niche is not the goal. Category is. Niche says, I work with women over 40 going through transitions. Good. But the category is I'm the go-to for women who's outgrown rules they were raised with. That's a category of one. One is demography. The other is worldview. Category is what people feel when they land on your page. It's what they whisper to their friends. You've got to follow her. She's speaking directly to me. It's what makes you a $2 bill. Rare, specific, irreplaceable. And let's talk about this $2 bill for a second. I've told you this story before, but let's ground it. I carry a $2 bill in my wallet every day. Not because it's valuable, but because it makes people pause. You don't spend a $2 bill and move on, right? You pause, you notice, you talk about it. That's your brand when you become a category. You stop being one of many, you start being the one they tell people about. So how do you become a category? Let's go through it. Step 1, stop using the words your industry uses. Start using the words your clients use when they describe you. Stop using the words your industry uses. Start using the words your clients use when they describe you. Step 2, own the thing that feels too weird, too raw, too real. That thing that's just not professional enough. That's the category. You don't have to be for everyone. You just have to be the only for someone. And if you want some help, go to findyouronly.app. That's findyouronly.app. You'll go there, you'll take 8 questions in under 8 minutes, and you'll get this amazing deliverable. And for a short amount of time, you'll get to book a 15-minute call with me. That's findyouronly.app. 8 questions in under 8 minutes. It will help you be the only. So go now while I have the 15 minutes. That was day 1 of the why in the only framework. You are the category. Now that you've started, now it's time for you to be the only. Be the $2 bill.